Yeah. Thank you, Kay. So we're going to start this session. Let's take a cross-leg sitting position to start with, and bring your hands together, interlocking the fingers. And let's start with which is called Matangi Mudra. So bring the hands to interlock the fingers, but the middle finger, you bring it up. The middle finger is the heart finger. And you place your hands close to your chest. And the elbows are a little bit raised, so not just dropping down, a little bit raised. So there is already a sense of something dynamic in your chest. And you can close your eyes and feel the hands together. And feel your chest. And just to start with, notice how is your breath this morning. See, you can also notice the pulse of your hands, the pulse of the heart in the hands. Even if your elbows are a bit raised, don't lift your shoulders up. So let the shoulders come away from the ears and let yourself sit on your sit bones. And then you can bring all these middle fingers down and just all the fingers interlock. And with this position of your hands, see if you can notice the space in between your hands. So possibly the hands are not all pressing to each other. There is a little gap in the center of the palm. And so just notice your hands in this position and notice this little gap in the center of the hands. And then you can release the fingers, bring the hands together in Namaste. Feel the fingers in contact with the opposite finger. And feel the breath. And then so make a conscious decision to use this time, this hour we have together, to pay attention to your body, to pay attention to your breath, and also to bring kindness. So at any point forcing the body or resisting what is happening. And also with observing what is our inner dialogue. So we may notice how we respond to a body part when it cannot do what we want it to do. Or we may notice a running commentary in our heads. So we try to stay as present as possible to the experience without adding anything else. And then take the arms up, so you can raise your arms and give a nice stretch to the body. Feel your hands reaching, the palms opening, the sides of the body. And then exhale, and you can bend the elbows and let the arms come around. And then again, you can go up as you inhale. So if it comes well, if the movement arises easily, you can also lift up the chest a little bit. Exhale and you release. And then again, inhale. Going up. Exhale, release. Feel the mobility of your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And then stay down. And let's start to create some articulation in the spine by moving forward with the pelvis and moving back. So as we move forward, there is an opening of the chest. We can inhale. As you move back, you exhale. You may want to sit on a blanket or on a cushion or block. Relaxing the face, the eyes. So this is a good way to start to warm up the core of the body, to mobilize the spine. You can take for a couple of breaths a deeper inhalation. So you can hear an exhalation. You may even want to exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. And then you come back to the center. You give a little shake to your shoulders. Rolling through the shoulders, activating circulation. Stopping in the center and then inhale, and with the exhale, you turn to one side. So we don't force this twist. We don't want to go further with our head that we can really do comfortably and well. And then come back to the center. Inhale and take the arms up. Exhale, release in an easy way. Inhale again in the center. Exhale, go to the other side. So I'm holding my knee with my hand, but I'm not pushing. It's just to get a point of support and connecting the legs also with the arms. And come back to the center and inhale, going up again. Exhale, going down. So you start in this way a little bit more like dynamic movement. Inhaling, exhaling. And coming to the center, inhale, exhale, going to the other side. And coming to the center again. So we are repeating this a few times. And you for yourself, you notice. Is it changing as I go along? Is it the same? Inhale, going up. Exhale, coming down, going to the other side. So the twist, I'll explain in a moment. Exhale, as we stay in the center. The twist is primarily happening on our thoracic spine. Yeah, so we know you have the lumbar spine from your L1, which is somewhere around the waist, to L5 and then sacrum. And the thoracic spine is the one that we feel more behind our solar plexus, yeah, behind our chest, of course before the neck, then we are in cervical spine. So the vertebrae in the thoracic spine have that mobility to bring us into twist, to bring us into lateral extension, but not so much the lumbar vertebrae. The lumbar vertebrae, these are very much more thick, big vertebrae that are there to give us support, to hold the rest of the structure, which is a lot to hold. So just when you go again into the twist, notice the different parts of your spine, especially thoracic and lumbar, and notice where you can actually feel the movement. Yeah. So let's go again. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, so you will probably already see that your lumbar is not really twisting. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, going up. Exhale, down. And to the other side. So primarily a twist, we want to do it for the thoracic. I'm not so much interested in the neck. In general, it has good mobility. Inhale, going up with the arms. Exhale, coming down. And now we stay down. Okay? And bring the legs forward. So bringing the leg forward. You can bend the knees. And put a little bit more back so you can see me well. And inhale to take the arms up. And reach it up. And your legs are forward, but your feet are active, even if you are not standing. And exhale, coming to the center and rounding the spine a bit forward. And then again, going, inhale, going up. Exhale, coming down. So rounding the spine. The heels are touching the floor. And they are pressing a little bit onto the floor, so your legs are active. Inhale. Exhale as you come down. Inhale. Exhale and stay there. Okay. And then let's do also a twist in this other position. So exhale as you turn and keep your feet active. Actually, in all asanas, normally the feet are active, even if you are sitting. There has to be an aliveness in the whole body. So again, just feel how it's really very much your thoracic spine, the one that is moving. And feel your breath. Come back to the center, inhale with the arms. So a bit similar to what we were doing before with the legs crossed. And exhale, coming to the center, rounding, and then going to the other side. I'm trying to keep my legs parallel and not letting them go out to the side. So I have a solidity through my base. And coming back to the center, inhale, going up. Exhale, release. Softening and rounding forward a little bit before you go again onto the other side. Soften the eyes, the cheekbones, the face. Come back to the center, inhale, arms up. Exhale through the middle. And then to the other side. And coming to the center. Okay, let's bring the feet closer together, soles of the feet touching. And let's play a little bit with this position. So you can go from sit bone to sit bone. You can change legs more forward, legs closer to you. And you can go from sit bone to sit bone. If you need padding under, you can take it. So this is quite a good way to establish this connection to the ground with this leg position. You can go a little bit more, so you can put some pressure on the inner thigh, and you completely lift the opposite sit bone. And then you rock to the other one, and then again you put some pressure, lifting the opposite sit bone. And then back to the center. Okay, now the right leg is gonna go forward, the left foot stays where it was with the leg bent. And we inhale and take the arms up. And exhale, come this way. And again. And as you can see, of course, very different teachers do in a different way. So I like to bring the elbows like so, because then I can feel what is actually the rotation in my shoulders. Rather than just like that, yeah? I can explore this articulation of the shoulders. Okay, so your right leg is forward. And go and lean forward a little bit towards the leg. And then come back up. Yeah, try to keep the front body long as you lean forward. And then come back up. So we're not staying long. We're just checking this movement. Inhale and going forward. And exhale and come back. And then exhale and turn towards the side of the long leg, away from the bent leg. And feel the contact with the ground through your sit bones, through the leg extended, through the foot that is bent, and press a little bit against this contact with the ground. Like you are reinforcing your roots. And then come back to the center. Inhale. Take the arms up once more. Stay there, breathing. Find some movement to your shoulders, so you don't get stuck and block in the shoulders. You can change the position of the hands and the arms, and then come down. And lean forward again. Try to stay really long with your front body. Now, with the front long leg in front of you, press it a little bit against the ground. See what happens. What's the response on your back? Keep pressing it. Pressing it against the ground and keeping the front body long. And then let go of this long front body. And let the head go towards the ground. See what happens with your neck, with your back. And then come up. And we'll go again to Baddha Konasana. So Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, and get a little bit of movement. So we can even try to make some circles here. Before we were like rocking from sit bone to sit bone. Now let you rock from sit bone to sit bone, but at the same time you are circling, feeling like create a circle with your head. You could draw from the crown of the head, circularity in one direction and change direction. Feel the contact of the outer edges of your feet to the floor. And then come back to the center and then lengthen the left leg forward. And the right leg stays bent. Foot stays close to your thigh, to the opposite thigh. But it doesn't need to be close to the groin or just wherever is comfortable for now. And then let's start to test this, to check what is this forward movement. You can even have your hands on your belly and your back to remind you to keep long front body. As you go forward, as you go back, forward, come back. And we always have to use the contact with the ground. So where do you have ground contact? So you have it under the heel, the calf muscle, the outer edge of your foot. So here you use it and you press. Inhale, take the arms up. Even when you go up, you connect more with this ground, so you can have this earthing quality, and then come back down with your arms. So we'll turn away from the bent leg with an exhalation. And again here, checking what's the mobility, what is moving in your spine. Lower part, middle part. And then come back to the center. Inhale. Take the arms up. Exhale down. And let's repeat again this twist going into the same direction. It's not a big twist. We are quite limited here because of the position of the legs. But anyway, let's see where it is. How is it different to other twists? And the long leg, you press it a little against the ground. The outer edge of the right foot. Then come back to the center. Once more, inhale. Take the arms up. And then down. And then start to lean forward, long from body. You can put your hands if it helps. To remember to stay open and not to close the chest. And go with a long front body as much as you can. Keep the contact with the ground through your legs. And then you can release the back muscles and head. And feel the weight of your head. And the weight is actually helping you to lengthen the spine. So of course you can control how much you lengthen, but how far you go. So if it gets too much, then you go a little higher with your head. If you put the hands on the floor, you keep your support as also through your hands. And then come up. And again, bring the soles of the feet together. So we go again into a Baddha Konasana. And we move around. So we can create circles and shift the weight on the sit bones, holding the ankles, or the knees, or the feet. Yeah, this is up to you. So everybody's body is unique. And therefore, unique is the practice. So change the direction of your circling. And then go and see if you could find the center of your sit bones. You can also change slightly the place of the feet on the floor. And like the sit bones going down, sit bone going, pressing into the ground. And the head moving in the opposite direction. Almost like taking the spine upwards. And see what happens. What happens in the center? Maybe feeling of a longer body. You can let go of this action by like a little bit like closing the chest, letting go of that effort. And then you start again through the sit bones. Sit bones are going down. This will activate the center of the body. And then this idea of going up from the crown of the head without tensing the shoulders. Okay, and then let go. Bring the legs forward. Give a little shake to your legs. And then let's bring the legs a little bit more apart. You may want to keep having support or introduce it now. If you bring support, if you make like a rectangular shape with the blanket, sit with a corner of the blanket forward rather than in the middle of the rectangle. Yeah? So you have a corner of your support forward. And there we are, sitting, the legs. We start to activate the legs. We feel the sit bones on the ground. And how we can gain height. How can we have the sense of growing? So let's do it with a rhythm so we don't get too tired. So we press into the ground and we feel we can grow up the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale. So we also create articulation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The heels are touching the ground and pressing into it. The toes are active, even if they don't touch the ground, the toes, they're active. And going up and coming down. So an undulation here of the spine. Use your hands on your body. Might help you to feel what is actually moving. Give it your breath. And then take up the arms and reach up. And stay there. And the legs, send them down. Press them into the floor. The calf muscles, the heel bones, and the sides of the body, all the way from the hips. All the way from the hips, not just from the armpit. The sides of the body stretch breathe. Sometimes it's not even a stretching, but just the sense of breathing, a little bit more space. And then come down. Okay, so let's turn towards the right leg with the trunk. Yeah, just a gentle movement. It's not a big one. And stay there for a moment with this sense of turning the chest. And then just like a gentle bow towards that side. So a bow is a coming forward and then a softening and letting go into the forward movement. The legs stay active. The heels stay pressing down. The calf muscles also feel the contact with the ground. And then come back up. Inhale. Take the arms up. Again, so give it space, breath to the sides of the body. Create little side stretches, one, the other. It's not a movement that we have in our daily life. Unless you reach for the shelf really high to catch something. Okay, and bring the arms down. And then turn into the other direction. Just turning. And again, here's also the thoracic spine. And then start to lean forward. Support in the hands for the upper body. The legs stay active. The heels in contact with the ground. The toes active. And feeling where is it stretching? Or where is a stronger sensation in the body? Can I breathe there? And then come up. Inhale once more. Taking the arms up and opening the sides of the body. And you can give little movements like little circles. Legs down, heels down. Change the direction. If you were circling, it's a small circling. And then come into the center. Okay, so just to rest the legs, we are going to come back, but let's just bring the legs into Baddha Konasana for a moment. Give a little rock from sit bone to sit bone. Forward towards the feet with the head. And then coming back up. And we go again with the legs. Making sure you are steady and grounded through your sitting. Okay, so let's turn a little bit to one side, just like before. And then exhale and go forward. And we're going to stay less time. Inhale and come up. And come into the center, turning. And then go into the other side. So don't go too far and use your hands to give you support. Yeah, so you see I am changing the place of my hands. I am coming forward with an exhalation, coming up and with an inhalation. So there has to be an availability of the upper body, but it's steady through my legs, in the contact with the ground. I have to press a little bit against the ground. Using the breath. And then coming back to the center. Stay in the middle. Inhale, take the arms up. Once more. Take them up in a way that you don't block your shoulders. So you can have a space. And using a position of your arms that gives you that sense of lift. And then bring the arms down. Okay, so bringing the legs front cross, crossing the legs. Great. And then seeing how is it my sitting now? What new part perhaps is active compared to before? These are good points to notice as you're practicing. Is there a new forgotten area of your back that you feel now is active, that is helping the sense of lift in this position? And how is the jaw and the head and the neck? So let's do one more turn from this place with perhaps a new part now contributing to your rising of the spine. So inhale, exhale, and turn. Coming back to the center. So inhale, exhale, and turn. And coming back to the center. Great. So let's continue. Now we're going to change position. So we're going to sit like so with the legs in front, the knees bent, heels on the floor. And we're going to take one leg up. The arms are parallel to the ground. So I am working more on my abdominal muscles, my core. And then exhaling. And I can come back to this position, just to rest. Even arching a little bit forward as a counterbalance for that movement. Okay, then I'm going to go again. So one heel stays on the floor, the other leg is lifting, the arms parallel. And I'm working on the central part of the body. And then come down. And resting from that by leaning a little bit forward. And then come down. Now what I'm going to try to do is keep one leg down. Before the leg was bent. Now is on the floor and the other leg just like before. About maybe like, I don't know, 60 degrees. So you have to use your leg as if your hip resting onto a surface, onto a wall. The leg that is up. Also a strength through your arms. And then release this leg down. And you can come forward, arching your back as a counter position. So you can relax more your abdominal muscles. And then let's change. So the leg stays on the floor, the other one is lifting. Strong contact here, action through the heel. And active in the center. Breathing. Checking for tension in your neck and letting it go if you find it. And then bring the leg down. And again, forward. Softening the abdomen. And then coming back. Let's do one more time on each leg. And this time you can explore a little bit. If you go further back with your torso, what happens? Where is the place where you feel more balance and less tension, but a strong action in the center. And transition to do the other side. Yeah, so I can go here or can go a little higher. So playing with this place, how I position my upper body. Great. And bring it down and forward. And I kind of grab my legs or my feet or my knees, somewhere I can grab and hold from here to help me have a sense of arching in the back and opening in the chest and a softening in the abdomen. And then from there I can release forward, controlling how far I go. So if it gets too much, I go higher. If I want more, I can grab my feet, my ankles, and bring me a little bit closer to the legs. Try to stay soft around the back of the neck. And then coming up. So we go back to cross-leg position. So we've brought a bit more warmth and activation to the core. So we're going to come to this position. Let's see. The thumbs are going to go behind and almost like grabbing your shoulders, like so. This is it. The thumbs are behind, the other 4 fingers are in front. And I'm going to start with little movements. I'm going side to side. Yeah. So again, I'm also again here working on my abdomen. I want to somehow connect with the vitality that is stored in the hara, in the center of the body. Yeah, so I'm just trying out this movement because maybe we haven't done it for a while or used the abdomen in this way. And then I'm going to synchronize it with breath. So what I'm going to do, as I go to the left, I inhale, I exhale to the right. So I can go slowly at first to get this pattern of breath and movement. And then I can go a little bit faster, and a rhythm that suits you. As you go left, you inhale. As you go right, you exhale. Keep your elbows up. Don't drop the arms. Yeah, that's great. So notice how it's bringing the warmth to the center of the body. And then come back to the center. Release the arms. You can place the hands on your knees and observe for a moment. Yes, very important to observe what is the action of movement what sensations it brings. Sensations are also indications of energy, of movement of energy. So where is it that you can feel it now? What is more alive? How is the breath? Are you breathing more in the abdomen? Or is the chest also expanding? That's great. Okay, good. So then let go of that. And we're going to come up to standing. Yeah. So far all the class has been in the sitting position. So standing with the feet parallel, hip width apart. So it means not close together. It gives us a more grounding base. And just give a little shake here to your joints from the movement of the legs. And some release to the wrist, shoulders. Great. And then come back to Tadasana, where you feel the feet on the ground. And it's interesting now, after a few asanas and practice on the ground, and we feel the feet. We've been working with the feet, but in a different way. So we've been activating the feet, and now, how is it? How is the contact with the floor on the feet? Can I press into the ground with my feet? And feel a lift through the rest of the body from the ground. So we bend the knees a little bit. Allow, show you from the side, so allow this, some movement of your pelvis. And then we're gonna go forward. So as if we wanna create a good table out of our back. The knees can be a little bent. The arms go along the sides of the body. And you lengthen there. You want to create a steady table. Of course, there has to be the curves of the spine, but I'm not giving into them. Yeah? The feet are pressing, and my idea is to lengthen the spine in this position with the use of the legs and the arms. Okay, and exhale and let go. So the head can point to the floor. The arms relax. Drop the weight. Breathe. And then roll back up to standing. Keep the knees bent, feet pressing into the ground. Going all the way up. Until I find my Tadasana again. Feet pressing, spine lifting. And then I bend the knees and I go again into this position, just like before. Arms along the sides of the body. Use your fingers, use your arms, use the feet, lengthen. Exhale, release. Keep the knees a little bent. Allow the core to soften. The muscles that were working before, now they get softer. The organs can move inside the body. The stretch is coming to the backs of the thighs. And you feel the skin of the back body stretching, the skin of the muscles. As you are there, there is this gradual elongation, opening. And when we go up again, rolling up into standing, into Tadasana. This time we take the arms up and notice where are the feet and where are the fingertips. And see if we can maximize this distance between the feet and the fingertips up in the air. Create more space inside the body. How to do this? Without creating tension. Creating more space inside. A little bit more space around the hips, the abdomen, in the shoulder joints. And then release the arms. And let's come back down to the floor. And we go into the hands and knee position. Yeah. Exhale and round. Inhale and open the chest. Exhale and round. And inhale, open the chest. And then continue a few times. Now undulating, creating an articulation of the spine. Great. And then we'll find a steady place where we can hold our balance and stretch one leg back, toes on the floor, heel moving away. And there is an internal lift coming from your center. So the work we did before in the abdomen will help here. And then you can take this leg higher, just like it would be in line with the sit bone. And keep this balance through your 3 points of contact. Press with the knee against the floor to get more support through that point. And then see if you can take the leg a little higher. Keep extending onto the heel and toes pointing down. And breathing. Okay, and then bring the leg down to the floor. A few articulations. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open the chest. And then take the other leg back. Just stay first on the floor. Pressing with the toes. Extending the heel back. And finding the balance and the activity through your core. Then take the leg higher. In line, sit bone to heel. In words that you don't tense the neck because you don't need to look up, but either you don't look down. And then go a little higher with the leg. Extending into the heel, toes pointing down. Good breathing. Great. And then come down. And a few articulations. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's repeat one more time on each leg. First going back. Just a little note. In the arms, your elbows are a little bent. Don't overstretch the elbow joint. More support to your arms, more power to your arms. All right, so take the leg back. Feel the action of your core. Yeah? If you want, go a little higher. If that's too much, find the right height for you, the right place for the leg. So we hold it, we work on our stamina, on the muscles, keep breathing, and then release. Articulate. And the other leg back. And for some people, being here is just enough, yes? Or you can go a little more, or somewhere in between. Or you can go a little more higher. Standing on the heel bone. Pressure on with the hands on the floor. Breathing. Great. And exhale, release. Bring the knees wider on the floor and gradually go back into child's pose with the arms forward. And release there. Rest to the forward position. Breathe towards the area of the lower back or the kidneys. So you want to feel some movement. Create it through your breath. Great. And then we come back up. Into sitting with the legs forward or a little bent. Yeah, let's have them a little bent. So it's a bit more easy for the lower back. And lean forward. Yes, you can make some contact of your thighs with your upper body. Arms coming around the legs or resting on the feet or on the floor. Moving the neck a little bit, head. And then come up. Okay, so if this worked for you, you can do again having the knees bent. So I can give that support. Or you may also try to, now this time, as you are going forward, you can start with the legs bent, and then as you keep going, so okay, I'm gonna try to slide the foot along the floor and having my legs closer to the ground. See what it's like. And I can always modulate and change it. We want to have a certain sense of length in the lower back and stretch of this area, top of the buttocks. So I can go a little higher or lower with my legs. I can also put the hands on top of the feet. If I want to come closer with my upper body to my legs, then I hold and use this contact to come closer, to close the gap. And then at some point, I completely let go of legs and upper body, so I don't try to force. I don't try to come closer. I just let go and feel the weight. Feel the weight of the head coming toward the ground. Great. And then gradually coming back up. And take a moment to sit either cross-legged or legs forward. Before we finish with Shavasana, just again to check what are the effects of what we do. So at the level of the body, how is it affecting my sitting, my breath? Is there anything you would like to do, any stretch, any movement? Because you felt some tension. So then you can do that. It's okay, now I want to stretch there. So you give yourself that movement. Or I want to move this arm, yeah? Anything. Or I want to lift the shoulders. So we start to develop by ourselves movements and connect with the asanas in ways that support us, not just because the teacher says. Okay, great. So then let's come to lie on the floor. So make sure you are comfortable. You can have a cushion under your head or a blanket. If you really feel like you can also stay sitting, if you feel connected with your sitting position. Otherwise, you lie down and you let go of the weight of your body. And it's a moment to observe what the practice brings in a resting state. To stay connected to your breath. Observing just observing how you are resting, how you are breathing. Allow for deep exhalations. Empty the lungs. And then gradually you can take a deeper breath. And start to bring some movement to your toes, fingers, any little stretches that you want to make to prepare to come out of Shavasana.